Hello everybody. Today we're going to continue the topic ancient versus modern analogs of different things. So you can see the microscheme type of building construction style in different areas like Cambodia and Bolivia. Also we see the log style. Log style, it means they build logs in those concrete blocks to hold them tightly. Also we see a different type of blocks in Bolivia and Egypt, the same type of blocks in fact. India versus Egypt, see some type of constructions that are pretty much the same and show us the same symbolism. Also Greece, Bolivia, Armenia, Ethiopia in Africa, pretty much the same style of construction with those buildings. Also ziggurats or pyramids in Maya and Mexico look pretty much like Babylonian in Iraq. Sphinx in Egypt looks pretty much the same as the gates of Lion in Sigiriya. Next one is Peru, also concrete blocks, and Turkey megalithic concrete blocks. Also we see pretty much the same style in Sardinia, Italy, and Egypt. And this is Zimbabwe in Africa and Peru in collab. Look at these ornaments on the top and in the middle. This is Russia, Crimea, and Egypt. The same type of locks for the blocks for them not to slide and stuff like this. Caucasus, India, Germany, and Palestine have the same dome and technology. And this is Germany versus Mariana Islands. As you can see, the combination of simple blocks and big blocks. India versus Mexico, pretty much the same. Next one is Israel versus Egypt. As you can see, looks pretty much the same. And we go to pyramid constructions, Mexico, Egypt, and Cambodia, and they look like a place like Orient Belt. Mexico, Egypt versus Mexico. The same type of faces with these ducks or something on it. Cambodia versus Guatemala, the same type of construction on top of those little pyramids. And we go to Egypt versus Colombia with these wireless devices, I think. And we continue talking about this Wi-Fi or wireless device in the cargo cults of different countries like Tibet here and more in Tibet, looking pretty much the same as my Wi-Fi router but on the heads. I've been talking about it in one of my previous videos. So if we continue and expand this thing, then we should talk about also more Mayan styles like this, which is right now in the museum. Also we have this Tibet or something like this, and we have also Olmeca style. This is Mexico, and this is also pretty much Mexican Indian natives, looking pretty much the same as the ancestors pictured, the symbolism of Olmeca or something like this style. It's all changed to Wi-Fi or something like this and looks pretty much the same, just like in Indonesia, and we have the same in Russia here with the head, whatever. It's called kokoshnik in Russia. I don't know how it's called in Mexico. And Northern America also have the same as Eastern Europe, as you can see, which is Poland, Ukraine, Russia. All this Russian style is pretty much looks the same as this Wi-Fi system we've seen before. And here we go with these three type of Wi-Fi antennas on the gods. Probably they have more powerful and ranged. And this is like a giant with this menorah thing on the top of his head. So like he's a controller of the. This is maybe a stationary Wi-Fi. Also in Egypt and Israel it was pictured. So next one is the thing to take off the nose hair in Egypt, and the modern one. Also the binoculars in Tripoli and the theater binoculars. Also we have the belt for a car, safe belt, whatever. And we have this modern day and ancient Peruvian mysterious artifacts that looks pretty much the same as this vintage. And the scooter girl and the bronze guy from Slovakia. India and the train in Russia. It's pretty much a joke, but looks the same for me at least. Next one is something in Peru and Egypt that looks pretty much as this measurement device in modern days, and also they had it in China to the left and the modern one is to the right. I don't know how it's called in English, and I don't have any time to check it in dictionary. So this is just a plane from Colombia, a golden plane, and the drone in aerospace line Super Guppy. We also have these statues, little statues from Egypt and the Babylonian, Assyrian type of thing. So pretty much the wingman for me, and the modern one looks like those rock paintings. And we have this jet pack and this Turkish little thing. Also we have this I don't know what, but it looks like a sit or catapult sit, which is can be saving a pilot from the plane. So I don't know. What is your thoughts? Write me in the comments about this one. Does it look pretty much the same as this one, a helicopter one, or just the one I showed before? So think about it. Probably it looks the same. Okay, so we have a next one, and the next one is the rocket from USA, which is Delta DM-19, and the barrelief from Egypt in Karnak. This is the night vision from modern days, and the mask from China. Also we have this diving mask from Guatemala and the modern one. And we have this spaceman craft from Maya, Jaguar, and the first spaceman who walked supposedly to the open space, Leonov. Also we have this statue from Polynesia and Japan with the same type of glasses on. Egypt and Bolivia with some things in the hands. I don't know what it is. Please write me in the comments what you guess for that. Looks like batteries. And this is electric oscillator by Nikola Tesla to the left, and the Egypt Ankh was something like a cross in Egypt, which looks pretty much the same. Element of super powerful tracked US patent SU 609405 and Anak in Egypt. Also this brain thing, the Lamos, which looks pretty much as an Egypt. right? And this thing I've been showing in one of my previous videos, which is Israeli or Jewish thing, which is put on a door, and it looks like a wireless bell. So you just press the bell, and the homekeeper or whatever hears who's coming. Maybe we can watch you through a camera. We call it domophone in Russia, house phone. And the thing that's put inside is probably a battery, so it's just the same cargo code as we know, or maybe a fingerprint. Yeah, and it can be stable and stuff like this, so it can repair stuff. And these are probably the kid killers or child killers or massacres, whatever, beasts who can attack us from time to time. And they also pictured like those dragons with those cases and stuff like this, but maybe those are just, you know, the gods of ancient time that used to carry those nuclear cases, whatever you call them, like those guys from president security carry with them. So nuclear type of case that is shown here and here and here. And the Medvedevs looks pretty funny playing with this case. He's probably thinking, what the hell am I doing here? Staring at this screen and doing nothing, wasting my time. And this is, you know, famous structures from India's and Cambodia's, and they look pretty much the same everywhere. And I figured they should be representing something. Not very much time spent on searching about this, and I found plenty of images of modern analogs. And guess what? It's supposed to be the missile defense antennas or radars that control the launches of the missiles of your enemy. So it's just the missile defense systems like this and that. Strange, huh? How they had the missile defense in back then, huh? And this crazy beast is not just a beast, although it's goat and looks very scary. It has this thing on its tail, which looks totally like a tunnel drilling machine. So pretty much they drilled the tunnels back then, right? In ancient times. And it's also a beast with these strange things on his back, on his butt, sticking out of the butt. So probably it's a combination of this and that machinery, right? Also we see pretty much plenty of evidence of Tesla coil domes, just like in Russian churches and Christian churches, and the paintings in Egypt and ancient Babylonian, Sumerian stuff, and the Tesla generator. So we had a Tesla back then, and this is the something that has astonished me the most. This is in Honduras and in Turkey, and it looks pretty much the same as a Russian stove, which is used in legends to transport the soul or the spirit to the Navi world after it's correct time to do that. So think about this, and maybe you've seen some in your countries like this. So it's pretty much these Navi gates, they used to say that. And this is China, the shorties of the China Emperor Xinzi, and a clothes mannequins for children, which used in clothes stores worldwide. So think about it, write me in the comments what you think of this, and see you later. Bye.